Okay. The real reason why I wanted everybody to come is because I want to try out for American Idol, so I want you to tell me how my secret. Oh, that one hurt. Like, I never get a chance to do that. How are you guys doing? Man, can you give a round of applause to yourselves, first of all? Thank you guys for coming out tonight. I will tell you that a few years ago, whenever I first found out that I was going to have an opportunity to come back home and start school, I didn't know it was really possible. But looking around this room, and my heart is full. And I promise you this one thing. I don't promise you a lot of stuff tonight, but not like politician promises, like really promises. That your kids are going to get everything I've got to make their futures better. All right? So to start us off, I'd like to introduce our board member, Ms. Camilla Strain.
Hey everybody, we're going to open with a word of prayer, so go bow your head with me. Our most kind and gracious Heavenly Father, we are so grateful to be here tonight. We're so grateful for each of these students that's willing to come to Pathway, and we're so grateful that we have this opportunity to put this school together. We ask your hands to be upon us, to be with us in your spirit, so that we can move forward with this, so that we can all come together and that these students can better their lives through education. And we ask for these things in the name of your Son, Jesus Christ. Amen.
All right, well, to introduce our first speaker, I want to introduce this man who's been a mentor to me. I remember the story. I was walking down the street right here on 12th Street. I wasn't quite sure what I was going to do with my life, and he saw me outside somehow. And when he came out, I asked him the most profound question I could ever ask him. I said, "You got a phone I can use?" He brought me inside and let me use the phone, and I'll never forget the words he told me, because I looked a lot different then, right? I had real long dreads, I was sagging, it was a different time period. And he talked to me for a second, and he said, "What I see doesn't match what I hear." He saw something in me that I didn't see in myself. And 13 years later, he's opened up his facility, opened up this church home so that we can have Pathway here for the first year. Forever appreciative and indebted to him. Pastor Michael Willard.
Well, greetings everybody, and welcome to Cornerstone Covenant Church. We are so delighted to be partnering with Pathways in the effort to see our children in our community educated. I like how he cleaned up that story. So if y'all ever want the real story, y'all come and just pull me aside and I'll just give you the information. But whoever would have thought 12 years later, he would go from a kid that was sagging and bagging to going back to get his bachelor's, his undergrad, when he got his undergrad, when he got his master's, and this same young man when he got his PhD. Come on, let's give the Lord a round of applause. And as you celebrate the accomplishment that he has a desire to see and speak life and see your children also be given an opportunity as well. Because your child, your son, your nephew, your niece could possibly be in the same situation in the not so distant future. And what a blessing and a privilege that is to really truly know that. I did not recognize and see all of this in him at that time. But I certainly can attest to the fact that when I seen his physical persona, it did not match what was coming out of his mouth. I heard even then the brilliance, the passion, the desire, the articulation, even in his mouth years and many years ago. And to now be able to see this come to fruition gives my heart great joy. I was challenged with the opportunity to come and speak to you just for a few moments on the idea of what does it mean to be committed and to grow. And one of the things that I want to say to both students and parents, success is not a happenstance, and it's not done by accident. Matter of fact, the Apostle Paul, when he writes to the church in Corinth, in 1 Corinthians, the 3rd chapter, around the 6th verse, when there was some disagreements and some disorder that was going on among the church, he stops everyone and says, there's been this growth that you're seeing in the lives of these individuals. There's some real good things that are happening in the lives of the people that's going on around you. And then he says this. He says, don't make us a big deal. He says, I came and planted. Someone else came along and watered. But it is God that brought the increase. So here's the things that I would say when it comes to being successful. A couple of things that all of us need to be reminded of, because I believe that I'm looking into the faces of people that in your own right, you are probably pretty successful. Maybe in your business, maybe in your leadership, perhaps in just parenting. Whatever that place that God has called you, I believe that you right now are successful. But many of you may struggle with that. You're saying, well, what are the things that I need to contribute to my own success? There was a study that was done when me and my wife took our oldest daughter, Misha, to Texas Tech as she was a junior college transfer from Howard College to go to Texas Tech. We sat there as they were going through the briefing of sharing with all the parents. And they said that we did a study of undergraduates, and those who graduated on time, we can contribute to 2 things. Number 1, self-efficacy. The students that go here that by average graduate on time, they're successful, number 1, because of something called self-efficacy. In other words, they are here, and if they're in law school, or they're getting ready to go, they're in pre-law, they're here because they want to be, not because their mom is a lawyer, not just because their dad is a lawyer. If they're in medical school and they're going through pre-med, they're here because they want to be here. The second thing, watch this, the second thing that contributed to their success, a willingness to ask for help. Our job as parents, our job as educators is to create and incubate an environment where our children feel absolutely okay and also empowered to ask for help. I don't know how to do that. I remember seasons in my life that I didn't always feel comfortable saying I need help or I don't know how to do that. For some reason, I thought I would be made fun of or be talked about negatively. Our job is to incubate this school to such a degree that every single student feels okay because they can ask for help. The Apostle Paul, when he writes to the church in 1 Corinthians, the 3rd chapter, he says, I planted, Apollos watered, but God brought the increase. We have to realize that other people will play a role in our success. So you have, number 1, the recipient, the person that received the seed or the word of God. So that person has to be willing to receive. All of our students have to, if they're going to be successful, they have to be willing to receive. Number 2, you got to have somebody that is willing to plant the seed of education, the seed of knowledge, the seed of information. I trust that we have already surrounded ourselves with amazing people that are not only capable, but are willing to do that. And then lastly, you have to have someone, here it is, parents, you've got to have somebody on that student's team that will come along and encourage them. When he says 1 plants and 1 waters, water represents life. It represents a time of encouragement. It is the thing that will help incubate the growth. But then here's the last piece. He says, but it is God that brought the increase. I can plant a seed, I can water it, I can irrigate, I can do weed control, I can even feed it, fertilizer. But one thing that we cannot do, and every farmer in the world will tell you this, you cannot make it grow. You absolutely need God to do his part. So I would encourage you, when it comes to this commitment to see the success of all of our students, 1 plants, 1 waters, but God has to give the increase. I'll close with this. This was a quote that the Lord gave me many years ago when I first started in education. And it was simply this. There's nothing wrong with being ordered extraordinary, then ordinary just won't do. Thank y'all so much for your time. God bless you.
All right. Guys, I want to tell you that every one of you can and will do extraordinary things. All you got to do is be willing to receive it, take a little direction, and have the want to get there. Man, we're going to surround you with amazing individuals to have internships with. Some of you will be doing internships at the hospital. We've already started those. Some of those people are here. Some of you will be doing internships with Tesla one day. Some of you will do internships with amazing lawyers and state representatives. This is just the first step in all of the extraordinary things that you're going to do. Next one, Compass presentation team, get ready. If you were a pathway student, go ahead and stand at this time. I'm not going to ask you to sing or anything. If you'll stand real quick. And then we're going to get a compass to you. And once you get a compass, I want you to stay standing. Somebody fall behind? Where the students that didn't get a compass yet? All right. So guys, we'll talk about something called on path, off path. And this is how we're going to describe our behaviors. Is what you're doing on path to being successful, or is what you're doing off path? There's no in between. So I want these compasses to help signify. It's just a symbolism. You can't get into trouble when you look at the compass. I don't want to be like that. It's just symbolic. I want you to repeat after me. We're going to do the pathway pledge. I will believe in myself. Oh, we got to do better than that. I sound like you. Come on, I want to hear it louder. I will believe in myself. There we go. There we go. Okay. Celebrate my strengths. And work diligently to overcome challenges. I will honor my values and stand up for what is right. I will set bold goals, face obstacles with resilience, and welcome every victory with humility. That's a good pledge. Parents, can we give our children a round of applause? think about what you just pledged to. The first statement is, I will believe in myself, celebrate my strengths, and work diligently to overcome challenges. Every one of you is great. There is a gift planted on the inside of you, and the world waits to see what it is. But you're not gonna reveal yourself. You're not gonna become the best version of yourself without some hard times. Every parent in this room knows that life ain't easy. And sometimes we as parents, I'm guilty of this myself, we try to shield our babies from failure. But you're gonna fail. And that pathway will be there to help you come pick yourself back up. And then we're gonna try again, and try again, and try again until we get it right. Because that is how you truly become strong. The second piece, act with integrity. You said that you're going to honor your values, that you'll stand up for what is right. It's easy when everybody's doing the right thing to do the right thing. Integrity is what you do when nobody's looking. What do you do when all your friends want you to go this way? Do you have the integrity to stay on path? We're going to build a culture where everybody does the right thing at Pathway. We're going to build a culture that says everyone is going to be successful that comes to school. There's a lot of things that happen outside of this room. Your pledge says that you're going to make sure that if anybody is doing that here at Pathway, that you'll stand up for what is right, so that we can all be successful together. The last thing is pursue your dreams. Everybody in here, when they were about 6 years old, said that they would be something great. I always told myself I was going to be a doctor. And as I started getting older, there were some things that happened. I said, there's no way I can do it. No way I could be a doctor. It's not like I thought. And now I'm a doctor, so we good. I thought I was going to be a medical doctor, but that's okay. You too can do whatever 6-year-old you said you wanted to do. Do not let anybody damper your dreams. As long as you stay on path and you work hard, ain't nothing out of reach. All right, last person to speak today. This gentleman, countless hours. First of all, can we give the whole board a round of applause? I can introduce you back out to you, but they're not employed, so I'm just kidding. These guys are going to be our coaches. There's two of the five that are here. And then the head football coach will be right there in the back. And then right over here is our COO, Tommy Moore. So, 2 years ago, guys, so we started. So we started this journey. We started in charter school together. We started by some of us writing a lot, some of us practicing questions. I can remember one time we were in this heated practice session, a very heated practice session. We all felt like we were I just felt like I was gonna melt. At the end of this practice session, I remember that my coach actually said, if y'all show up, I got the board of me, if y'all show up at the TEA interview like you showed up here today, you're not getting to school. Man, that one hurt. I remember there was a particular board member. I remember there was a particular board member who they asked him a question. Well, I won't say who it was. They asked him a question, and he answered it. He said, "Does that answer your question?" And they looked at him and said, no. And it was a scary time. That same board member drove down to Austin, Texas. We stood in a room with about 200 people, 13 state Board of Education members, and just him and I. And it was the day after the worst day of my life. And he picked me up and told me we were going to be okay. He said, God's got us. I remember I was a nervous wreck, and he called me. And for that, I'm always appreciative. Our board president, Jordan Garcia.
I was hoping you didn't share that story because it was a big flat no. So, and I've heard no. But anyway, different ways. Is it Tyson available real quick? I'm going to make him nervous again. I'm in charge of discipline. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Anyway, it was a long journey. It was a lot of studying, a lot of praying, a lot of tears. It was so rewarding because it was so worth it. It was just so hard. Okay. Just no. Get down. Get down. Get down. Don't quit on me now, buddy. Get down. Is that better? Is that better? Is that a lot better? Okay. All right. I got you. Let me see that. I'll get your compass back. So that right there is the example of what we're about. Sometimes we're holding something, and at first we think we got it. Then it gets real heavy. Then we touch a shake. Then there's somebody that's supporting you that's not going to leave you because we're in it to win it too, to say, hey, don't quit. Let me give you a little help. That's what Pathway's all about. We're going to know every child when they're struggling. Pastor Willard said it too. It's okay to ask for help. He said, I needed help, sir. He kind of screeched his voice when he said it, but he said, I need help. Don't ever be afraid to ask for help. Help, when you ask for help, is a sign. It's a sign of strength. I took some notes today. You know, it's harder to prepare for a 10-minute speech than a 30-minute speech. And I came across this. It's in Isaiah 6:8. It says, then I heard the voice of the Lord saying, whom shall I send? And who will go for us? And I said, here am I. Send me. Whom shall I send? Here am I. Send me. Let me tell you, folks, you being here tonight, you answered that call. You said, here am I. Send me. And I applaud you for that. You're committed. And I'm so excited because we didn't know how many folks were going to show up to this. We didn't. 2 years ago, we were trying to get through the first interview. 2 years ago, we were trying to figure out if we were going to keep the board members. It was tough. It was tough. But when we had it out like that, when Thaddeus had it like that, he had that bad out like that, we said, hey, let us help you. When a board member was struggling, same thing, let me help you. That's going to carry into Pathway Academy. So if anybody else asks you, what is Pathway Academy all about? That's what it is. And we're serious about that. We're committed to that. We're committed for you. Commitment. I came across this. This is kind of cool. It says commitment is doing the thing you said you were going to it, the mood you said it in has left you. Commitment is doing the thing you said you were going to do long after the mood you said it in has left you. How many times we say, oh yeah, I'm there. Call me anytime, buddy. I'm there for you. It calls you at 3 o'clock in the morning. The mood changes. But since you're committed, you keep doing it. That's going to be the philosophy. We need that too. When your child says, I need help with his homework, and you just spent 12 hours working, I want you to come back to this very day. And remember, your mood might change, but your commitment needs to stay the same. We're committed to teaching your child. We need you to be committed to getting him here, getting her here, so that we can do that, so we can all benefit. And you being here tonight tells me that's not going to be a problem. So God bless y'all for doing that. Michael Jordan. Everybody know? Raise your hand if you know who Michael Jordan is. Well, I believe that he is the GOAT. He missed more than 9,000 shots. He missed 9,000 shots. 26 times he missed the game-winning shot. Do y'all remember the shots he missed? Babe Ruth. Everybody know who Babe Ruth is? You've heard him? 1,330 strikeouts in 2,500 games. He struck out every game. 50% of the games he played, he struck out. So if he had 4 games one weekend, he knew he was going to strike out 2 of them. But what do we know him for? 714 home runs. We're not going to dwell on the failures or someone's past. Today's the new day. Okay? We're warriors. Y'all do know that, right? Pathway is all about being a warrior. It's about being a team effort. Team effort. You know what a warrior mindset is? Is the state of mind that helps you face challenges with courage and determination. That's who we are, right now. We're the warriors. Is that what that says? What does that say? It's a warrior. We're the warrior. You're warriors. As of right now, this is your first step. And I'm so excited for you. I'm so blessed to be part of this team. I'm so blessed. And I mean that. And I'm committed to you. They're committed to you. Every day. And when the mood changes, our commitment won't. I can promise you that. And I'm so excited for all of you. And I'm going to close by saying this. 3 things. 3 C's. Be courageous. Don't let anybody tell you you can't do this or can't do anything. Have the courage to do it. Number 2, be consistent. Wake up every morning, thank God for your first breath, and go do it. Be consistent every day, even when you don't want to. Even whenever your friends are saying, hey, let's go do this, and you have an assignment due the next day, be consistent. Say, no, I've got bigger plans. My bar's a lot higher. And lastly, be committed. Be committed. And this goes for everyone. It's a group effort. It's a team effort. It takes everybody to pull the wagon. Where we're going to pull it, we need your help. And I'm so excited. And never, never, never give up. God bless you. This is going to be a cool deal. And we love you. And we're so excited. Go Pathway.
All right, guys, so we've come to the end portion of time. So I don't want to look at that. I got 29 minutes, so I'm going to get to sing part of it. No, don't throw me off. Don't throw me off. Just kidding. It's a joke. Guys, this commitment ceremony is to celebrate 3 things. 1, our commitment to you. We're going to show up every day for you. The second thing is the students' commitment to themselves. today you talked about how you're going to commit to doing great things. You're going to commit to standing up for what is right. And you're committing to stay on path to your success. And the third thing is the commitment that we have as a community. We all have to do our parts in order for our babies to be successful. Thank you. It's an honor to serve you. And I can't wait to get started this August. Now, as I dismiss you, a couple of things. Hey, Adrian, anybody hashtag Pathway Academy HC? Is that pop up on ours?
Can.
You can? Okay. If you'll take a picture by that banner right there, the drop cloth, take a picture by that and then tag us on Facebook, however you got to tag us. I think y'all might do all that. And also we've got somebody, a professional photographer right here to take pictures of you back there as well, and we can send it to you. Before I release it, everybody will take your phones out and scan that QR code right there and fill it out so we know exactly who is here. At the end of it, it's going to ask you how the ceremony was. If you'll tell us, give us any feedback so that we can be better for you guys. We want your feedback. Please tell us. Also in that line, if you don't want your picture posted on Facebook, you've got to tell us. Tell us that last one. So once again, if you get everybody to scan that QR code, if you already did it, great. If you didn't, please do it. We've got cupcakes right there in the reception room. Everybody, please go get a cupcake. Everybody. There's like 240 cupcakes in there. I can't go home with them, or my 10-year-old is going to eat them all. Please. So, okay, real quick. Picture, cupcakes. There's a yard sign for you. One per family or one per household. Please get a yard sign. They're free. Take them, put them out in your yard. If you don't have a yard, put them in your window. We want everybody to know that you're going to be a Pathway student. We're proud of you. So please take a yard sign. So picture, yard sign, cupcake, QR code. Ooh, this is bad. And then lastly, we got some shirts for sale. We had some people ask for some Pathway swag. I think shirts are like $15, hats are $10 if you want one. They're out there. We usually give them all away at this time. Trying to get some money for the kids. And I think that's it. Oh, lastly, one thing. She walked in late, but can you guys please help me honor my lovely wife with a round of applause? Quick story about her real quick. Guys, I have a real bad habit of like working all the time. Like I work when I get home, I wake up, I pray, I work all the time. And one time I was at work late, and she called me and she was like, "Hey, you need to get home, it's time for dinner." And I said, "Babe, you know Martin Luther King gave his life to the struggle? His kids didn't even know who he was." And she, on the phone, politely told me, "Well, I ain't married Martin Luther King, so get your butt home." I appreciate her for letting me work so hard. All right. One more round of applause for the kids. Can't wait to get started with you guys in business. Thank you so much.
All right, big smiles. 1, 2, 3, and all right, go. All right, ready? 1, 2, and perfect. Thank you. Come on. All right, that one. Perfect. Thank you, guys.
And then we'll just get it like How are you? Thank you.